Hello guys and welcome back to the Nightmare. Our last we got slung across the room by this tentacle that just popped out of the bed. Hang on. No, that was the way. No. These camera angles are pretty crazy. Oh, was that the way? That was the way. No. I can hear you. This way. That's it. Crazy fool. Could you do any damage to it?
Aline?
She won't answer the radio. What? No way. Okay. That just happened. Looks like with the shotgun we shot out the lamp and it like fell off and burned to death, which makes sense. Wasn't aiming for the lamp like, but it worked. Not gonna say anything about that. Speechless. Something else is here too. Rocket launcher pistol. That's the one. I've got quite a few guns. We're only using the shotgun and Magnum at the minute. We've got the grenade launcher, rocket. Well, there's like they're both the same, I would say. You would expect the rocket launcher to be a bit bigger, like. But I am not complaining, like. Reload this over here. It's been a while. Like I've been off for a while. I was ill, like really ill. Like my throat was all closed up and stuff, and like. I'm glad to be back. Nothing here. There's a tap here. I want to see if I can fill up that flask what we got. No. Yeah, so we're not long moved into a new house, like, and we just got the kitties over as well. The 2 cats, got them settled in. Bless. Brought them in like they didn't know where to put themselves. We're just hiding at first. We've got 2. We've got 1 Celine and 2. Well, Celine's white, and we've got Hecate, who's black. The names are after Greek mythology. We have a Zeus too, which is at Mum's house. Door's locked. I've got a key. Run! Oh, there's loads of them. I'm gonna have to kill them. Oh, I've just missed his Get off me. Mwah, headbutt. Let's be safe and use some health. Full health blue. Yes, that's what I want. I think this is a room we got the flask from, isn't it? There we go, that's it. That's what we need. It has to be, come on, it has to be. Yes! Right, we've got that flask, we can do that puzzle now. Quick, quick, quick! Ugh. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Didn't need that last round, but fuck it. I'm sure it was back there. I'm sure it was. We'll double check. I'd have been good if there was more of them zombies there, like just bullets just going bye bye. Door's locked. We'll get there, like, I think it might be around this corner, if not. Upstairs, but there can't be that many doors that we've been through since. Got to be a chair. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, yeah. Oh. Ah, that'll explain why there was monsters at the top of that ledge. Landing. Because there's two posters opened up in the last playthrough. But we need to collect from them something at least. Oh. Nah, I'm gonna have to fight them. Well, I thought you would keep on shooting us, but just moving forward. See you later. If you can shake them off in time, I reckon, like, because I haven't lost any health from the last few grabs of them. Smashing the X button. Maybe a scientist here is carrying a curious object that looks like an astronomical telescope. It seems to be a lock mechanism. There's a metallic plate, but it is blank. One of these two. Yes, we want to activate the portrait mechanism. The key, excellent. Have this one as well. His fixed gaze and sends shivers down the spine. On the table is a map of the island, and behind him is a strange statue. It seems to be a locker mechanism. So we don't have these ones yet. I've got a feeling, because there's two doors behind here that are locked, so I've got a kind of good feeling that the keys we have could be for them. Otherwise, it's like just searching every nook and cranny of this place with locked doors. See, that one's locked. And this one's locked also, so it could be a good shout to go for here. No. No. No way. Oh. This place is like a little maze, man. Don't feel like it would have been up there with unlocked doors, you see. So that bit's done. No, I want to keep going along back here. I feel like this game will just wear you out, like, the more you... Oh, please be a key for this door. Oh, please be the key for this door. Yes! I feel like just wait out, like, the more you wander around and you get lost and you're not on the objective, like, they'll just keep throwing enemies. Well, they'll just keep throwing enemies at you. And just wearing you out until you're dead. Lose health to set. Too many bullets. I'm not even seeing where these are, I'm just pressing X as I'm going around. Nah, let's keep that on. Just don't know, I feel like bad things will happen in the dark. An old broken projector. Small gilded key. These keys are all the same though, like there's no tags on them. An Indian weapon, the Mortons nurture a variable passion for Indian cultures. Statue of an owl. This could be useful, hang on, because we've got statues already. Can it be used here? Okay. Wolf mask. You find a key in the plinth of the statue. That's pretty awesome. Steel key, still no labels on. So does that mean we took the owl statue with us? No? Oh, it's just the mask, wasn't it? So it slid the mask onto the statue. We got the key for that. I feel like there's got to be more to this room. Don't want to leave anything behind. Just a sealed door. Well, we've got a few more keys. Let's see where they'll take us. I'm just being smart going around to save the ammunition. I bet there's a few spawned in here. Nope, that's cool. See that? Tactical evasion. What are these keys for, man? Only other place I can think is upstairs. Was this door locked in here or was it sealed up? We'll just double check before we move on. Sealed up. I'm legit not like looking at any walkthroughs or playthroughs. I'm just playing it as I go. Like, did you hear that? I mean, I've heard it from me talking, but it was like a weird noise, like a Darth Vader, like just took off his helmet or something, started breathing the oxygen around. Come on, lucky keys. That's the one. Oh, they joking. This takes you to the corridor here. Well, at least that door's open now. Oh my god, it gets us, man. It gets me. Same camera angles. Phew. Oh, we're getting somewhere. Oh, guys, calm down. Oh, he's about to jump me head. I felt it in the controller and I seen the V animated. Oh, it's one of them ones that hit the light. Go, get back from the light. No, this one can take a beating. I can't see. Oh, it's taking so much ammo. Oh wow, it's taking so many shots, like literally like out of like Mark and Mamo now, like no good. God, that thing was doing us in. Maybe if I just turned the light on, it would have killed it instantly, probably. Let's do the right thing and save. Take half of a photograph, that's a number on there. Remember that. There's a skull on it as well. Richard Morton, you don't know me, and as long as you don't know me, your path will be strewn with pitfalls and perils. My name is Judas Di Quieto. Even if you may not know me, I know all about you. I know about your sleepless nights, the evenings you spend huddled cold and alone. I know about your fear of the day, and about the terrible loneliness you feel faced with the unknown. Face to face with something words can't describe. In the course of a life that has been too long, I have encountered the creatures of the night. I can help you overcome them, master them, and make them your slaves, your servants. You will find supreme power, the power of the Absolute that knows no bounds. For all eternity, you will find that wielding it brings intense pleasure. My name is Judas Di Cerdo, and already you are getting to know me better. In exchange for this power that already I feel surging through your veins, I ask of you one small favor, a small request with which you will not fail to comply once the time is ripe. All I require is that you send me the small promissory note enclosed signed with your blood. My name is Judas Di Cerdo, and I know who I am. Really want to know who this guy is. Seems to be the villain. Oh, just read that. What is my controller doing? Large owner key, nice, and we've got the trauma save, which is saved charge, it's ironic. These beds freak me out, man, with them tentacles coming out of the bed before. It seems to be diary, Eden Shaw and I. Grandpa Jeremy in the Fort Laboratory. Jeremy would spend days and nights on end in this workshop. It was here too that I started my own scientific career. Eden Shaw had his bedroom just next door, as if my grandfather couldn't go without having him around. Must be them two there. Picture taken during our visit to the Anthropology Museum in Boston. My grandfather organised a visit for my 15th birthday. That visit determined my choice of my profession. I remember how surprised I was just at how much Eden Shaw knew. In Grandpa Jeremy's workshop, must be the boy there, the lad learning, all the scientific horrors going on. My grandfather's workshop was like Ali Baba's cave, but I always sensed that behind his carefree appearance, the research he carried out had very far-reaching consequences. Eden Shaw in the garden of the estate. It's pretty mad, didn't he? Eden Shaw said little about his Native American origins, which gave him a certain mystery and a certain aura. I am still convinced that he knows much more than he lets on. July the 13th, 1991. Alan has done something terrible. Howard, our father, we are going straight to hell. Okay. I actually did like a blooper short video on my last playthrough because like I'm reading these books now, like I haven't edited whatsoever, I just read straight through them there, but I was reading some books in the last episode and I just couldn't pronounce some of the words. I get it right, you know, when you feel that spotlight effect when you're recording. It's like, you overlook things and like read things through. It doesn't help that I'm dyslexic also as well, so like some of the words jump sometimes, or like I'll say words where they're not, like it's funny. So we just got a key there. Hopefully it's for the corridor downstairs because we're running out of doors, like, to be honest, in this section of the map. This is sealed, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, we've been here. Just double checking. There's another door there though. Don't want to miss anything. I haven't been in this room actually. I don't remember it. A gun rack's empty, there was enough to arm a garrison. A book concerning the conception of the library. Oh my god, man, fuck off, man. Hit me leg off the desk. I thought it'd be so that I'm fucked, yeah. Headphones are on blast. Oh, there's another diary, man. There's two of them glowing. This drawer's locked. Got this tiny small key we've been carrying around with it. It actually opens it. It opens the drawer as well. Yes, getting somewhere. It's the other half. It's look another large key, and the other half of the photograph. Has it got something on the back? It does. There's another code on the back. Can I move this around? Yes, I can. Nice. Okay. Let's read this book. The human/shadow fusion has become a reality. All these years of groping up my way along, how many false leads have I followed? How many detours? But today, the truth is standing before my very eyes. Oh Father, your veins run once again with life. Father, you are my firstborn son. The cells of the creatures of darkness do not contain, properly speaking, DNA. Rather, a crystallite structure with surprisingly photosensitive properties is present. It is as though the creatures didn't reproduce, or rather as if they multiplied, after the manner of bacteria. I don't yet understand the factors which trigger this multiplication, but it is obvious that once I manage to pass behind the gate, I will know indefinitely more. The fusion is based on a principle of surprising simplicity, for which I haven't yet mastered all the elements. It is necessary to first extract a few milligrams of the crystallite structure, the most effective being those that cluster around the centre of what could pass for a skull. The creatures have neither skeleton or flesh, nor, properly speaking, blood. They are closer in structure to the mineral than the animal. One could say it is as though mineral attempted to imitate the evolution of the living. Once extracted, the crystallite structures are injected directly into the vascular system of a dead or living human. I am persuaded I can perfect the procedure, mixing the crystallite structures of different creatures. I obtain a more stable result. I can't deny that, reading the lines I have just written, I have the impression of holding a treatise on medieval medicine in my hands. It is none the less the truth, the fruits of my labour. The world of darkness is revealing its secrets to me. From now on, I will lead more bodies. I am going to multiply the experiments. Obed will provide the supply. His friends on the continent seem to have even less sculptures than me. Interesting. That's very interesting. One of the most interesting books I've read so far. It gives like an explanation of what these things actually are. So they're not like anything like flesh, blood. They're like basically like minerals close to, in scientific words. And they're like forming like around like this sort of like skull looking thing, which is like closest to where the stem is of what their soul or what's going on. Personally, like it's the first time I've read it myself, so oh my god, that's just horrible. The lights are off as well. What is going on, man? What is that sound? My lord. It's friggin' everywhere here, like. Oh man, I've killed them now, I may as well get through them. Stop moving forward. Awesome. So they're like elemental sort of things, aren't they? But he's experimenting on them, so I don't know if he's like mixing like human blood and skeletal like DNA with the minerals of like the shadows, which is why there's loads of these like crazy like mutated things bombing about, as well as these dark creatures that are scared of the light. It would make sense. Very interesting. I love the lore and the concept to it already. It's the only doors I could think of right now. No. There's one down.
Carnby?
I'm in the library. It's awesome.
Don't touch anything. It probably contains treasures.
Do you really think I don't know the difference between a pulp novel and an Elsevier edition?
An Elsevier? I'd never have guessed that such a term were part of your vocabulary.
Oh yeah? Well, don't worry. I'm just full of surprises. Over.
It's not part of my vocabulary. Light straight on. There we go. This is what I've been seeking, like the library. Holds all the secrets of what we need. If you can remember, there was a diagram. Whereabouts is it? Let's see if I can find it. I think maybe Obed's journal or diary. He mentioned something. Oh, it's someone we just read there, sorry. No, don't consult that one, just read that one. Was it his first one we come across? That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, I think this is it. This is it. Because he mentions One of the books mentioned the library. It mentions like a... What is it? It's like a system of where the books need to be put, I'm sure. We'll have a look around, like, but I'm sure I've got a piece of paper somewhere explaining this. That's it, this is it. In the space in the library representing this symbol, the symbol thus crosses the library from one side to the other. The first is placed the highest, the second is the opposite. Light, darkness, darkness, light. And there you see, 1, 2, and then 3, 4 there. So I think this is a representation of where these books need to be put in the library. Not only guess, like, because I remember Eileen saying on the radio about they need to be put in a certain formation. I'm sure somebody's mentioned that. I've read it. It's so big, this place. Richard Morton back from the exploration in the front of one of his ships. Oh my god, this book is so big. Are you ready, guys? Because I know I am. The history of the famous Boston dynasty is a tale full of unexplained events, surprises and troubles. Some will claim my only goal is telling it is to damage the reputation of one of the most legendary fortunes of Massachusetts. I would like to say in my defense that I am simply doing my duty as a historian. My account is based on reliable resources and interviews with witnesses who, though they may be evasive, are no less worthy than our interest. If I echo certain rumours, it is in the belief that they too are constitutive of the Morton family history. Rock Oil, Morton Oil Company. So they had an oil company as well. Price $6,000. Nice. Contract for the exploration of natural resources in Puebla, Venezuela, signed by a representative of the Venezuelan government and by Richard Morton. The Morton family roots in America go back to the time of the great demographic changes during the decades following the founding of the USA. Although it is impossible to reconstruct the family history further back than the beginning of the 19th century, it appears that the family originated from the small town of Whitechapel in Sussex, England. It was Robert Morton, a linen merchant, who led his family to the American continent. In 1823, he built his first paper factory on the heights of Beacon Hill. The success of Morton Papers was dazzling. It was Richard Morton, though, his older brother, who founded the real Morton Empire by creating the Morton Oil Company on March 23rd, 1889, at the age of 37. It's an alright age to get rich. The Iceman. The Morton's family's history of secrecy started with the discovery of man in the ice during one of his company's prospecting expeditions in Greenland between 1891 and 93. Richard Morton, the influential public figure, became increasingly reclusive, abandoning the powerful Boston society circles he frequented to launch himself into expeditions that led him back time after time to the site of his first macabre discovery. DeSoto is in the background. There he is there. Sly fellow. To assist in his missions, which sometimes ended in human and financial disaster, He called upon Swedish and Norwegian sailors and mercenaries, among whom was a certain Judas de Certo. De Certo was a risk-taker, a warrior, and a cliverant, in whatever that is. Interested in the arts of black magic, he was a suspicious character who seemed to have great influence over Richard Morton. The exact cause of his terrible accident was never uncovered. Against expectations, the family business was flourishing. The Morton Oil Company won over the market after market in Venezuela, in Indonesia, and in the North Sea. Its competitors, meanwhile, were struck by a string of surprising misfortunes. Their key negotiators had accidents, their directors developed mental health problems, and their lawyers would cave in suddenly, agreeing to disadvantages. Well, it's corrupt, isn't it? Settlement. No public or private investigation managed to pin a criminal charge on the Morgan Group. The family's fortune was known to be huge, however, no one knew how huge. Gibson, around 19,000. Samuel Gibson entered into Richard Morton's service on June 20th, 1899. This brilliant student had a knack for deciphering ancient languages. It turned out that Morton had entrusted him with the translation of inscriptions on tablets. Found near the famous Iceman, Gibson's work led Richard Morton to Shadow Island. That's where we are now. Offshore view of Shadow Island. It looks like a shadow, doesn't it? It's pretty cool though. I like that artwork. The fort that overlooks the island's bleak moors had been abandoned for a good 20 or so years. Soldiers stationed there had experienced hallucinations or suffered from sudden bouts of sheer madness. Others simply disappeared without trace. I should also mention a strange legend that claims the chapel, situation near the fort, had been the site of strange rituals during the 17th century, during which sacrifices might have taken place. The state of the Massachusetts needed no convincing when Richard Morton offered to buy Shadow Island, which he did for a nominal sum. It seems that, to start with, Richard Morton wanted to make the fort his home. He spent a real fortune and superhuman effort on this task before abandoning the idea. He elected instead to build a strange manor on the south side of the island. His decision to buy the Shadow Island and live there was because the engravings on the stone tablets were similar to those found in the island's deepest underground passageways. Letter from Gibson to his fiancée, dated October 14, 1902. As work on the translation of the engravings advanced, relations between Morton and Gibson deteriorated. The student relisted the romanticism of his work, whereas Morton seemed devoted by a destructive passion. Okay. What's more, Gibson discoveries seem to terrify him. He confined his worries and fears in a long letter addressed to his young fiancée, who had stayed on the mainland. This was the last that was heard of him. Gibson's mother later received there's message. Your son has disappeared. His body has not been found. My condolences, signed Richard Morton. Search warrant. The peak of Richard Morton's disturbing activity coincided with a wave of disappearances among the young girls of Boston poorer neighborhoods. This is the most disturbing episode of his life. It is my definite belief, driven by the evil De Certo, the founder of the Morton's dynasty, was practicing black magic rituals involving the sacrifice of innocent souls. Without doubt, in the very chapel sacrifices had taken place 3 centuries earlier. To what end, I do not know. The first disappearance started in October/November 1903. They continued with the frightening regularity of one of a month, increasing during periods of equinox, until Richard Morton died on April the 13th, 1905. On this date, the disappearances mysteriously stopped. Archibald Morton as a child. In 1874, Archibald Morton was born, the only child of the Richard Morton and Susan Chambers, the youngest daughter of Lord Chambers, a ruined aristocrat and opium addict. While the Morton Oil Company's businesses prospered, Archibald devoted his youth to the study of the polar circles. Like his father, he mounted many expeditions. Like his father, he also developed a fascination for Shadow Island and its strange secrets. Young polystyrene men and women in the hold of a ship. It has slowly emerged that large numbers of young men and women were uprooted from their distant homelands and taken to the island from as early as the end of the 1905. Archibald was, in this matter, more discreet than his father. Evidence of this is found not only in the accounts of some sailors, but in the written confessions of a slave trader, Thomas Plunkett, in which De Soto's name is cited several times. It seems, however, that no trace of these unfortunate men and women has ever been found on this island. Archibald Morton and Jennifer Pritchett. In 1897, Archibald Morton married his first wife, Jennifer Pritchett, a pastor's daughter and a renowned organist. She was a devout Christian and wrote long letters to her father, recounting her disgust for her husband and her despair. The pastor, however, had disappeared the day after the marriage. The undelivered letters were kept in the postal's archives, where I discovered them still sealed. That's creepy. Archibald treated her with uncommon cruelty. Pardon me. She nevertheless gave birth to his son in 1899. Jeremy Morton as a child. Jeremy was of a weak and delicate nature, but early in life he already showed signs of exceptional intelligence. He too was haunted by the secrets of the Shadow Island, but his general approach was more scientific. Jeremy Morton was an inventor, the breadth and originality of his inventions, which he never even bothered to patent, is highly impressive. He attended congresses and addressed conferences in 1922. He struck up a lasting friendship with one of the last descendants of the Akabanis tribe, Joseph Edenshaw, the Native American settled on Shadow Island in 1924. Invoice from the Noble Company addressed to Jeremy Morton. It appears that Jeremy Morton collected a considerable arsenal of weaponry. In less than 3 years, he ordered over 200 lbs of explosives from the Noble Company in Boston, along with large quantities of phosphorus and magnesium. Jeremy Morton and Joseph Edenshaw. The last 10 years of Jeremy Morton's life were the most secretive and mysterious. In his youth and middle age, the inventor genius hobnobbed with the cream of society. He spent his old age, however, as a recluse on the island. Some accounts of this period make the blood run cold. One example is the marriage of his son Howard, born in 1931, to Lucy Dogan, for which he stated a reception on the island. Relations and members from a distant branch of the family were present. The party was disrupted by drama when the historically mutilated Body of one of the guests was discovered in the park ejected to the manor. Oh, that's sad. Lucy's brother, Michael Dogan, claims to have seen a terrifying lizard-like creature with tentacles armed with enormous fangs. The horribly mutilated body of one of the guests. These little ripped clean apart like some like Resident Evil Nemesis, man. There is no doubt in my mind that the members of the Morton family, Jeremy bring no exceptions, undertook dangerous and frightful experiments on the corpses discovered by Richard and his successors. Experiments that interfere with nature's own course, resurrections from the dead, crossbreeding, genetic manipulation. Is this the family tree? Yeah, it's the family tree. Got through that like 40 odd pages long. Sorry if my reading's a little bit off at a time. I am dyslexic, I see it. So it's like I'm looking at words and like as they get like scrambled up, and it's like sometimes I fly through it. Depends how much I read, like, to be honest with you. I feel like the more I'm reading, the more comes out, like, but let's just carry on. So this is one of them books here. I couldn't have to look up because it says this one's the bottom there. So if we look back at, where is it? No books. Yeah, this is it, yeah. So one, top right. The second, this is the second one now, so that's obviously the second one you'll push. I just guess it, it's that way. So we'll leave this one. So it goes 1 and then 2 on the bottom and the last one at the top opposite that. Okay. So this book is here. Yeah. So that'll be the second one. Just double checking that I've got everything. The statue is much older than everything else. Because there should be 2 books downstairs of it. I can't find that book, like. We're supposed to complete this puzzle, and I think it is. Let's just head upstairs and then see what we can find. Let's double check out. Oh, there's going to be a code for this. Before I start trying to swiggle codes out and discover what they are. Have a little quick look around. fuck off, man. I didn't get a fright there, by the way. I just said fuck off. I got a pretty fright, a big fright. It just came out of nowhere. Honestly, like, if you're watching this and maybe, oh, it's not that, if you've got the headphones on and you're watching the screen in the dark, and it's the headphones are loud, it does get a jump on you, like. Before we go on any further, I think I'll end this episode here. It's getting on like an hour now. We'll keep on rolling with it, definitely. Like I said, I had some time off, like, sorry about that, like, I was ill, like, you know. And I had just, like, things to do with family life, like, move the stuff in and move the house in properly. There's always work going on with the house, just moved in, so I'm pretty content and happy. And, what do I call it? But I'm going to end it here. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next Nightmare playthrough. Take care, guys. Bye.